Hello viewers, Super GT here. Welcome back to the memey world that is Forza Horizon 4 multiplayer. Let's kick it off with multiplayer as always. And by kicking off I mean looking for a game and watching as my life slowly disappears. My life expectancy gets so short when I'm looking for these games, but eventually we find one in the form of an A-class street race. So let's see how this one goes. Gone for the good old Nissan GTR R33. Let's see how this race goes. I'm expecting nothing short of mayhem because, well, it's Horizon. It's just obvious. That's what happens. So coming flying past these guys, the car's got plenty of power. And we're going to meet our first accepted tactic of Horizon, which is there. Pushing your teammate or pushing your opponent wide. And it's those two fatal words. Checkpoint missed, and you miss out on about 2 years of your life, and then you eventually get relocated. That guy's driving wide, way too wide. Okay, eventually we're going to catch up to some of our teammates. Although this is the annoying thing, even if I overtake them, it's not really changing anything because the way the points thing works. So they've both crashed, but eventually that does just affect me negatively, unfortunately. At the end, yeah, it was a troublesome race, and we come across the line to finish 5th overall, but the blue team wins. Not much you can do, and we're going to get taunted by this guy in a top hat. Oh god. And then another 2 members of the team going for the double dab, which, as we know, destroys planet Earth permanently. So here we arrive on another planet in the Corvette 09 S1 class for race number 2. See if anything can go better here. So we're going to meet our second accepted tactic of Horizon, which is the big punt into turn 1. And we're going to see many more accepted Horizon methods and tactics here, which well, let me list them out. Okay, number 1, push your teammates off. That's the first and foremost. That's number 1 profit of Horizon multiplayer. Then also kill all opponents, so just basically treat it as a free-for-all, even though it's team-based, just murder everyone. Everyone is a target, as long as they move, kill them. And then of course, wall ride the hell out of every corner. If there's a wall, you can ride it, simple as that. And we're going to kind of see that here, as everyone goes sliding through the turn. And by through the turn I mean on the edge of the turn, on the wall. And well, it's just a long list of horrible little things you're going to see in Horizon. Plenty of ramming, plenty of wall riding, but you have to kind of embrace the chaos. Don't let it consume you, otherwise you will be consumed. In many ways, if you can't beat them, join them. That's the way it is at the moment, I think. We're going to have to get slammed into the wall by this guy. It's a brutal assault, and I will not let that one go lightly. And on the way out, there we go, slamming off of him on the way back past. And then they're going to double team me now. So the blue team, they are not messing about. We've got 2 red team members up in 1st and 2nd, now 3rd where I am. I'm under assault from a barrage of blue members. Let's go through the checkpoint, over the crest and down the hill. This is the ultimate wall riding corner. And look at this demonstration, a double demonstration from the safety car, the Mercedes safety car, and the Jaguar guy here. Safety car comes flying back past, and I'm being relegated down to 5th. Let's see if we can kind of rescue some pride here with 1 lap left to go. I'm going to come in for, yeah, that's right, a big old wall ride, but the anti-wall riding police car there kind of stopped me from doing it. So he's kind of a rear gunner for his Jaguar teammate. He's a Valtteri Bottas of the race. Let's try and overhaul him here. Flying through, gonna cheeky use the wall on the exit. I'm actually going to take this corner properly. Look at that, well executed. Going through here, this guy ahead, not really taking a good exit. Is it worth getting alongside? Probably not. It's probably just going to turn across, which is another rule of Horizon. Turn across your opponent when they're next to you. Even if they're not your opponent, if you're a teammate, just turn across them. That's the number 1 rule. And there we go. Mercedes comes back in. slams into the side of me. I'm back down to 5th. I'm going to come back for the revenge hit. He ghosts out somehow and actually avoids me. That was a really good little cheeky ghosting there, and he kind of avoided contact. Coming across the line, they're gonna hit the wall, get tangled up with each other, and I'm going to go up into 3rd place. Thank you very much. Let's have a look at that again. They were fighting, but they couldn't fight against Super GT. You just got to let it happen. When Super GT is coming through, he's going to come through, and I come through to win, and we win. Okay, this was a demonstration of another profit of Horizon, which is wipe out your teammate wherever possible. Okay, off the line. This was a cross-country race, even though probably about 60% of the circuit isn't on grass or anything. It's on actual tarmac. So I don't quite know how that one works out, because I chose the International Scout, as you can see here. It turned out to be the wrong car for this circuit, at least, because there's not much grass to go on. So it's actually handling quite awfully. So just your typical argy-bargy through lap 1. No one really opting to drive forwards, more sideways into their opponents. So me and the Skyline here, the Nissan GTR, just driving into each other rather than attempting to go forwards. This is the end of the race here, catching up to the teammate, and it's going to be a close battle to the end of the race, which is coming up in just a couple of corners. Quick little chicane here, left and then right, and then over the jump onto the field. This is where my car is going to be suited, even though it isn't an Escort, which is not too bad a car, off-road. So we're flying through into the final turn, on the brakes, but he's not having any of it. He's going to force me into the wall, and then just kind of come to a rest against the wall, and I'm going to come through to win. So tried to wipe out his teammate, didn't quite work, and he wasn't happy because he came back for more. Look at this.
The huge, creative, fun-loving Horizon community. Fun-loving Horizon community.
Okay, yeah, so he forced me into the barrier, but I was a bit too clever for these guys, because I went into this wall, which is actually a really good brake, like 200 down to 0 in 0.1 seconds. Pretty good braking performance there. And then I cut across the field to win the free roam rush like a champ. Right then, here we go for another race. Off-road this time. It's actual off-road, actual cross-country, not like that first race, which blatantly wasn't. Let's see how it goes here in Meme World. So sitting here in the middle of the pack, just trying to not get pushed wide of a checkpoint, which seems to be the ultimate tactic these days. Okay, so making our way through the pack, through the river. Nice ground clearance in this car with this vehicle as we pull away from most people into 4th. Coming through again another river, and we've got a nice ram roadblock there. We'll get through towards the beach. Now this guy goes through, okay, fair enough. And I'm going to take him back as he takes quite a wide line through the ocean. It almost goes as deep as the Mariana Trench, so I go past him, back up into 2nd, behind my teammate. No need to overtake him, because obviously team base doesn't really change the result. And he's going to come back here. He's the blue team member. There's a close race between us for 2nd place in the race. Let's see how this one goes. Going through this turn, through the right-hander. Bit of contact, but he's looking to get that pass done, and he's got it done with not much left to go. 7% of the race. I'm going to get the cutback, and yeah, you know it. He's going to try to turn across and kill me.
Fun-loving Horizon community.
The fun-loving Horizon community. There it is. Great example. And eventually we actually win an event. Woohoo! Okay, we move to A-Class cross-country. Cross-country seems to come up about 99.847% of the time for some reason. But here we are then, in A-Class now, in the Trailcat. Which I'm not sure, I think it's really good in S1, in S1 class, but I'm not sure about A. That guy does a nice 180 off the ramp. Get overtaken by about 80 people. Let's try and make our way back through the pack. That Ram wagon is an absolute beast in A-Class, it seems. I think that might be the cross-country vehicle of choice from now on. But we have this firm rivalry with this guy up ahead here, because of course he tried to swipe us across at the end of the last race. I'm not going to let that one go lightly, you know. So I'm lining him up here for a savage reprisal as we come through the warehouse. and you can probably guess what's about to happen as we arrive at this next turn here. Yeah, that's right, World War I has recommenced and we're back in the swing of things, and coming through this turn I'm just going to just awkwardly stop in front of him like a true Horizon player, and I'm going to try to consolidate our third place now as we come out of the rail yard. But unfortunately I hit the corner of the train. Oh, sad times. And coming through pretty much the last turn, I missed the checkpoint, turn around, and it seems everyone else has done the same because they're coming back through the checkpoint, doing a nice little 360 through the checkpoint. So I have to go through the checkpoint the wrong way and eventually come through to a disappointing... Well, it's actually not disappointing, it's 6th place. So Super DZ video confirmed. And, well, the other team won. That dance there is the downfall of society, and let's move on to some S2 racing. I'm fed up with losing, so I'm going to bust out the ultimate machine, and there it is. The Peppa Pig Super Van. Look at it in its full beauty. This thing simply cannot be beaten. It's got 2 ladders on the top for extra downforce. Now on the free roam rush, if there's the motorway anywhere close to where you're going, then just go to the motorway, even if it doesn't tell you to do it on the map. Because look at this, get on the motorway. Look how quickly I go through all these positions here. Straight up from a near enough loss up to the lead. Because once you're on the motorway, you can go, what, 220 miles an hour. Yes, Peppa Pig van is an absolute rocket. Look at this thing go, 225 miles an hour before we get on the brakes. You cannot beat that for speed. Even a Ferrari FXXK will struggle to kind of keep up with this absolute monster of a machine. This thing is the peak of motorsport. And, well, here we come through to consolidate at first place in the Peppa Pig, the van, the ultimate racing machine. So good work there. Now we're going to move to an ultimate duel here between, well, actually an FXX K, I think, or it's a LaFerrari. No, LaFerrari. Okay, one of the two anyway. It's a Ferrari something. All that matters here is that he's up against the Peppa Pig van, which is probably his most worthy opponent of all time. Now we've done this circuit earlier, but of course it was dry and I was getting pushed wide by minis. Hopefully it'll be a little bit different here. And it's actually going to turn into a nice 1v1 duel between myself and the Ferrari. So it's a mountainous course, but the van here actually handles really rather well. It's got decent power, or good handling, but then again it should do in S2. He's gone for a slide. Why not? It's Horizon. Get some extra XP, bro. Up the hill. A little bit deep. Okay, maybe that's where it suffers, on the brakes. We're going to get through the checkpoint eventually, side by side with the Ferrari. He's going to filter in ahead. Going to look for the inside position, and he's just going to back out. He knows that I have the strength and the power just to ram him wide, and he backs out. It's a sensible thing to do, and I'm going to go wide here into the side of the cliff, trying to avoid the car. But I mean, that's a common defensive tactic, I think, in Horizon, to actually, when there's someone next to you, just back out before the corner. Sometimes it's actually better to be behind, I think, in this game, going into a corner, because if you're the one in front, you can just get pushed into the turn, you can get rammed wide, people can use you as a brake. So sometimes it's best let the other guy go and then ram him off at the next turn instead. So Horizon 101 for you there. Plenty of lessons in this video actually on driving techniques. It's a very unusual game, this, the way you have to play it. We're catching back up with the Ferrari here though, and he's gone wide. He's back on the track, but he's gone wide. He's lost a couple of seconds. I'm up into the lead. Peppa Pig machine going to come through for another sensational victory. There it is, as we come through to a brilliant first place. You just can't handle it, and well, we lost actually in the end. Eventually I got a little bit bored of racing, so I went for a bit of some mounting action here. Didn't quite work out, but almost. But this race here, okay, first off I'm going to welcome you to triple overtake of the week. Now just check this out, honestly, it's just beautiful. Coming through turn 1, sliding through the apex, zero contact, as close as it gets, And that's Triple Overtake of the Week. Thank you for watching Triple Overtake of the Week. Tune in next week for more Triple Overtakes of the Week. Okay, we're going to move on here. Gone for the Nissan GTR LM. This is a good car. And racing in S1 here. Now, this was maybe the best race in... I mean, the last race you saw with the van was pretty darn good, but this was a fairly clinical performance. Getting through, obviously, with Triple Overtake of the Week. I mean, just kicking things off with a Triple Overtake, as beautiful as that one. You know things are going well. We're going to continue here, though, and see if we can convert that into a victory. We're being hunted down, though, by a couple of blue team members. We're on the red team at the moment. So this is by far... far from over, as we reach 67% of the race, 2/3 done, and they are both right there. Two of them are hunting me down. Can I keep my cool, or will I bottle it from here to the end? One sweeping long right-hander left to go, and we can use an assist off of the wall and get through to confirm yet another victory. Good stuff indeed. This Nissan GTR LM, very good car. And there we go, first place, and the Petronas livery is actually backwards on that side of the car.
Turn sharp right. Turn sharp right.
Okay, here we go. Yet another race in this car. I actually really love this car. This is going to be, honestly, such a meaty race. So many things are going to happen here. I'm taking a nice inside line, just to make sure no one can ram me from the inside and push me wide. Well, they're coming through here. It's just an orgy of love. Look at that. So many sparks are flying. When the sparks are flying, that's when the love is in the air. And you know that the ramming attempt and the mounting attempt, quite crucially, is going to come quite soon. So of course, the mounting is how you truly show your love in this game. And you see plenty of sparks flying. There is true love at the moment. Now you can see here, we're in the middle of the pack. It's getting very congested here. There's about to be a lot of love shown. As we go into this turn, the ultimate wall riding turn in the whole game. And look at this. Oh, that is so romantic. As I'm mounting him from behind with the sparks flying everywhere. Peggy 18 to the max. And even more here. Forcing everyone against the wall. There's a human centipede there as we temporarily go one by one, one in front of the other. Going to slide off that guy off the wall. Thank you very much for your speed and your position. Coming up behind this Subaru now. Probably a good car actually for S1. Might have to try it out. And come flying past through here, and he's actually going to miss this checkpoint. And we come back for the mounting attempt. There it is. It's an assisted one with the Subaru, and this time it's the Porsche on top. He wants a bit of the fun this time around. And well, sorry, Peggy 18 once again. This game never fails to disappoint on that front. So plenty of interesting occurrences here. And I'm going to push this guy wide, slam him against the wall. That's perfectly acceptable because it is Horizon, let's not forget. But he's going to come back quite quickly for a revenge. I was going to try to back off and let him go ahead, but he just pushed me into a wall, which to be fair was very much warranted. So fair play to him, well done mate. And I'm going to now try to catch up with him. I can't quite have that. I'm going to go for another revenge. And again, of course, using all the walls at my disposal as we come down the hill. Again, another wall there. And we're going to line him up for a missed attempt, unfortunately. And just to rub it in, I missed the checkpoint. Yeah, absolute bottle job. Completely failed at my task there of murdering my opponent. So, not good time indeed. But we are winning on the point, so that was fully calculated. I knew I was going to win anyways, you know, obviously. So that's why I did it. And there we go. Come across the line. We win it. But that is the end of the video. I do hope you enjoyed it as always. Let me know if you found the Horizon 101 useful and we actually won an event for once. Thank you very much for watching as always, guys. I shall see you next time. Hope you enjoyed it. Goodbye.